So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming along to Cliftonville Classrooms this afternoon, and a special thanks to Ageless Thanet, who are our sponsors in this part of the event. Our first speaker this afternoon is Ian. He is from the Ageless Thanet team, and I'm going to hand over to him now. And so I'd be really appreciative if you give him a really warm welcome. Thank you.
I've never had such a warm welcome. Thank you very much. It's amazing. Welcome, and thank you very much for the invite to be able to speak here this afternoon. I was going to ask the audience if they know anyone who's over 50. So I don't know if you know anyone who's over 50. So just want to make sure that I'm presenting to the right group. So if you're not over 50, you no doubt know someone who's over 50. The Ageless Thanet project has been running for 5 years, or in the 5th year now, and it's basically a part of a national study into how we can reduce loneliness, isolation, and improve well-being and quality of life in people over 50. So I'm just going to go through some of the aspects of the project to help give a better understanding of it. So we'll start off. I'm very good at technology. Okay, the good-looking fella in the picture is a chap called Peter, and then I happen to be in the picture as well. So one of the services we offer, and it's all about partnership work, we've been really successful. So the local Citizens Advice organisation provide a life planning service. So where people have maybe had some sort of moment in their life that's proved challenging, either financially, emotionally, then the Citizens Advice are fully equipped to deal with that. And what is amazing that they've managed to do, particularly from a financial point of view, bearing in mind we've only been going just over 4 years, they've unlocked to the value of about £1.5 million worth of money for people that either could have been claiming but haven't been claiming benefits, or to cancel payments that they were making, and made a significant difference to people's lives to enable them to get back onto a level pegging. So a fantastic job that Citizens Advice have been doing. Okay, age-friendly business scheme. Some of you may have heard of the Ageless Thanet reward card. So basically, the reward card is, and there's about 8,000 people in Thanet that have the Ageless Thanet reward card. I'm one myself because I'm over 50. I know you can't believe that. And that enables you to use nearly 400 local businesses to benefit in some shape or form. That could be a discount, or it could be a particular service for older people. Bearing in mind, our age group that we're aiming for is 50 plus. We've also introduced an Ageless Thanet reward card app. So on your smartphone you can download an app. That, excuse me a minute, that is easily used to enable you to understand what particular business is. So if you had your smartphone on you now, you could download your app, you could load the app up, and you could click a button that said, "What is around me?" It would then know where you are. They're clever, these things. Not as clever as my wife, she always knows where I am. And if you fancied a cup of coffee, there's an icon, you can click on that, and it will tell you the local coffee shop where you can go and maybe get a bit of cake with a coffee or something like that. But we all cover all different kinds of businesses, from car mechanics to hairdressers to solicitors, all kinds of businesses. So 400 businesses and over 8,000 reward cards. So if you're over 50, or you know someone who's 50 and you have not got a reward card, the Ageless Thanet stand is just at the entrance there. Please go and grab a card and start benefiting. Okay, well-being. So another part of our partnership, and this is my part, the well-being part. There's about 5 different organisations that make up this amazing partnership. So well-being activities. So part of our study is understanding how we can change the perception of ageing. So, not wishing to be stereotypical, lots of other projects have gone before and done activities that may be typical of the older generation. And if you enjoy knitting, or if you enjoy playing cards, fantastic. If that lights your boat, brilliant. But what we've also been challenged to do is to change the perception of ageing. So we do a whole host of wellbeing activities that cover everything. So things like art, where we've had probably about 8 art activities now, where people who with no experience have gone on to publish their work in exhibitions and sell their work. We've done burlesque dancing. That was my particular favourite, I must say. So we've done Tai Chi, we've done stone carving, a whole spectrum of activities that you may not normally associate with that age group, because we're aging differently and we need to be able to embrace that and do stuff that we want to do, rather than being told what to do. And again, our project has been very much about asking the older people of Thanet what they want. So we've always gone out and asked, what would you want? Come in, sir. Please take a seat. What people would want to do, and those particular activities are on the back of that. So it's been immensely successful. We've had about 3,500 people go through that. And we've also opened up on Margate High Street a venue in the old New Look shop called the Ageless Thanet Feel Good Factory. So if you haven't heard of that, literally walk up Margate High Street, about halfway up on the right hand side is the Ageless Thanet Feel Good Factory. You can go in there, you can try out our 12 pieces of power-assisted equipment to help with all your aches and pains, but also there's lots of other activities going on there, from various language classes to sewing, IT help. It all goes on there. So if you haven't been there, shame on you.
And sign language.
You've been there?
You can do that.
If he hasn't been there,
Good.
to know if they do sign language.
Sign language, we do sign language as well. Fantastic. It is amazing. I think we've got about a dozen people going to sign language. So please pop in, open 7 days a week, and come and say hi. We'll get used to that eventually. Okay, ageless entrepreneurs. So again, changing the perception of aging. We are all, in general, we're told, working longer beyond the retirement age. And the Ageless Entrepreneurs was an initiative where we offered people over 50, if they had a business idea or already had a business, they can go through 5 weeks worth of coaching, if you like, on different aspects of running a business. So that could be financial, it could be employment, it could be marketing, all aspects of that. And we've got nearly 100 older entrepreneurs that have gone through that particular activity and are running businesses. There's a couple here today that are selling their wares, and they also do it online as well. So massive success there to enable people to contribute to maybe topping up their pension or following their dream of what they wanted to do. No, someone's enjoying the presentation.
You wouldn't reach you over 50, would you?
Okay, active citizenship, the community fund. One reason we're here today is that the amazing Cliftonville organisation applied for some funding which helped contribute to today. So that's one of the reasons we're here today. We've distributed £75,000 worth of funding to either volunteers that have done a particular project. Lovely Susie there was recipient of one of those. But all kinds of things. We have a project at Minnis Bay called the Wheelability Project, which is 2 containers full of fully accessible bikes to enable people with disabilities and able-bodied people to get active together. They benefited from that community fund. So it's been really empowering for people to make a difference on something they're passionate about in their local part of Thanet. Volunteering. It was such a good time when you walked in then, Susie. We've got, not paid at all. We've got about 80 amazing volunteers that give their time up for the project. And maybe not really for the project, more about making a difference to enabling older people to do different things. And we've approached it in a slightly different stance to maybe some volunteering opportunities. It's been about asking people, what do they enjoy doing? What would they like to do with their time? What skills do they have? And so that goes from a variety of things, of running coffee stops, lovely Susie does, to people that may be language teachers and they want to do languages, so we do Spanish, we do French, to providing IT skills, so people that are IT literate. You can go into the Feel Good Factory in Margate and get help around IT skills. So a whole host of particular volunteer opportunities. All of these are on the web page, and if you're saying, I don't do web pages and stuff like that, my challenge to you is you need to. You need to. So if you don't do it, come to us, we can help you, or talk to someone who may be sitting in this room who can help you. It really does open up a whole host of opportunities, and there's lots of evidence that says people that are online are better connected, less lonely, less isolated, and get more opportunities. Thank you, Susie, for that timing and being one of our lovely volunteers. Okay, and this elaborates on the active citizenship, which is the volunteer-led activities. All of that sort of stuff, that's just a drop in the ocean of what we do. Again, one of the great things, if you've got nothing to do on a Monday morning, you could go to Tesco's at Westwood Cross, and in the community room, about 35 older people get together for an ageless club. They play games, they have guest speakers come in, arrange days out and so on. So a massive amount of stuff. Book clubs, it's bonkers what goes on. Okay, that's just a summary of some of the good news that we've been able to do so far. I've probably covered off most of those. It is amazing what the project has achieved. Just before this is the last slide, you'll be glad to hear, we're really at an important moment in our project. The funding that we received was for 5 years. We're 4.5 years in, and the funding primarily was to study how people age. We're part of a national project funded by the lottery, and it was to understand how people age, and by doing different stuff that I've described makes a difference to how people age, reducing loneliness, isolation, improving physical well-being, mental well-being, quality of life. We're really proud that we've achieved a lot of that. We're making a significant difference. We are hitting all of those key performance indicators, if you like. That's been really important. The important thing we're at now is the funding won't go on forever. So we're at a really important stage in our project where we're understanding how we can make this stuff sustainable. And we really would appreciate input, ideas and so on. To give you a couple of tasters of what we're doing, the wellbeing activities that we do, the Tai Chi, the burlesque dancing, the netball, whatever it might be, we used to provide that for free for 8 weeks because we were conducting a study. We're now getting to the stage where we are charging for those activities, and that's on the back of feedback. We asked 100 older people who'd done the free activity, if you wanted to do more of this, would you be happy to pay? 99 out of the 100 said yes. The other one we buried on the patio. We also asked them how much you'd be willing to pay, and a cross-section of our answers. But what's really exciting is that they were saying the amount that we feel is about right to cover the costs of providing these activities. So we started running those wellbeing activities, and people were happy to pay for them because they've seen the value behind doing them and growing their friendship networks and improving their well-being. So that's really cool. Another example is the reward card. At the moment, the reward card is free. We will have to start charging that reward card to make that sustainable. And we're just understanding at the moment what is a reasonable amount to charge for that reward card to have the opportunity to use it for a year and going forward. Changed in January. Some have done their homework. Yes, we're getting the message. Fantastic, fantastic work done, Susie. We're getting the word out there. So it's really important, and I think what we've managed to achieve is people understand that free can't go on forever. But we've managed to understand that actually doing some of this stuff really makes a difference, and most of it's affordable, and therefore we can hopefully keep this going forever and a day. So we're really passionate about doing that. So thank you. Ageless Thanet is the brand. It's a really strong brand. It's a round, it looks like a stick of rock, if you like, of Ageless Thanet in it. So if you ever see that in any shops or businesses, that's where some of those reward cards can be taken. My simplest request to help people find out about it is just Google Ageless Thanet. If you don't know what Google means, ask someone. They will be able to help you, and that will open up your world to improved well-being as you get older. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was really interesting, wasn't it? I was saying to him, quite frankly, that when I heard about Ageless Thanet, I'm 52, when I first why am I going to join a scheme for 50 plus? I'm not old, but it's really interesting how it's being pitched to different age levels, and there's so much going on, so many things. I want to do the Tai Chi, I want to do the burlesque, so really worthwhile getting involved, isn't it? So thank you so much. Our next speaker is going to be the lovely Lauren Kennedy from Making a Buzz. We're just going to take a couple of minutes to change over. We were a little late starting, so if you bear with us, we'll be with you again in about 5-10 minutes, if that's okay. Thank you.
So, like, the note, right?